We're back again. We're going to keep trying. It started buffering again.
Oh, we got 30 minutes out of that. So
Got 30 minutes out of that one, so it's a little better.
That's really beginning to
get irritated.
Be a frustrating thing, everybody having to come back in again, and I don't know.
Well, if we get our fiber optics, it'll work better.
Hi,
Howie. Glad you found us.
Technology is great, except when it doesn't work.
Yeah, which on our live
stream. Hey, looky there. Everybody's coming back in. Great.
Washington County News Station. Good to see you too. Lisa's back. Lynx, I really enjoyed your video the other day, looking at all those books in your World War II series. That was excellent. It was a great video.
What was that? I didn't see that.
Lynx Akers put up a video, and she was just talking about a bunch of her different books that she has. And she has a whole series, like the Time Life series on World War II.
Yeah.
It's an amazing series. It's like, I guess, maybe 12 or 15 books in it.
I've got a set of VHS tapes in there about all of World War II. I need to get those converted over to DVDs.
Hello, Brenda. It's good to see you.
Okay, everybody's
Banana Grandma. Yay, good to see you.
Banana Grandma. No, I'm sorry.
I'm Kate Kringle. I was telling everybody I'm dressed for Christmas because I'm getting ready to make a mad dash to Christmas making videos. I want to make at least one cooking video every day between the 1st of December and the 25th. So
I'm going to go turn the volume down on that. It's kind of bothering me.
Okay, would you go grab me a glass of water too?
Certainly.
Thank you. Let's see if I have anything I want to look up regarding World War II. Thank you. I appreciate that, dear one.
Hello, boys.
How you guys doing? Lynx Akers put up a new video. Oh, yes. How are you? Anybody, if you're looking for information on natural gardening and ways to improve your soil naturally, Food Forest Permaculture is the guy to talk to. He has wonderful information. He's very knowledgeable. You should go to his channel when this is over and check him out. Brandy, I'm glad you made it back. Oh, goodness, I'm good. Everyone's getting back. Yay. I'm glad you got up, Brenda. That's good to know. You're welcome, Howie. You really are an amazing person. You have so much knowledge. It just every time we talk or I watch one of your videos, I'm just blown away by how much you know. I think everything I know wouldn't even fit in one little fingernail of your hand. You just know so much. Ooh, everybody, David was saying it's warm, and I guess for him it is, but 70 is a little chilly for me. My arm is still cold. So. Eat lots of rosemary. For what, Howie? I like it in bread. I'm probably going to make some bread this afternoon, and I'll be putting rosemary in it. You can believe it. I love rosemary bread. And I have some leftover rotisserie chicken that I like to chop up and mix into a light chicken salad to go on the rosemary bread. Rosemary tea. I've seen you recommend that several times, Howie, and I've never tried it. One of these days I'm going to do it because I do love rosemary. Bandanagram of 40 degrees and raining in Maryland. Oh my. A lot of my friends in Minnesota say there's a really bad cold front going through there. I don't know which direction it's traveling, but if it's coming your way, Bandanagram, stay inside and stay warm and dry. Lisa, you say it's cool and sunny there in Austin. It's about 70 here, but it is sunny. How cold is or cool is it there? Oh, Howie, I did not. Rosemary increases your memory. Now, I've heard that if you smell the scent when you're studying and then you go to take a test, if you smell the scent, it brings things to your memory. I'll have to try that. You're working on a purple cap today. Oh, goodness. That's wonderful news, but that's scary too. I love your purple stuff. I really do. So you've heard of that too, huh, Howie?
Yeah.
Celtic Gardner, you're back. Yay. Is Bo going to try and type for us today, Kilton?
I'm afraid it's just tap water.
Thank
Darling,
That's all right.
filtered.
Thank you. At least it's wet. I'm getting very dry here.
And I thought I'd bring Bravo Stupendicus over to get a little camera time. Like I said, he's our big,
And he's the one that
laid-back
doesn't usually
giant.
come on.
Yeah, he's just real low-key kind of guy.
Interested Diane Rogers,
Weren't you?
Sustainable
Yeah, you
Dish
are.
has opened fundraising for the
Yeah.
documentary
You want to
Sacred
come over to the other
Cow.
side? Come on.
Okay.
What are you doing? Oh, he's purring.
And Howie, did you find that rosemary beside your bed helped?
With what? I'm sorry, I missed all that.
Memories. We were talking about the fact that the scent, if you smell rosemary while you're studying, then you go to take the test, it helps you remember things.
Must be why I did so badly in the school. I didn't have any rosemary.
That's it. You need to make tea for bronchitis. Yes, you
Are
do,
you hiding,
Christy.
Bronco? Bravo, you hiding up there? What are you doing?
My mother didn't know about herbs and stuff. She still doesn't really know much. I talk to her
Peekaboo.
about it all the time, but
Peekaboo.
I've not tried the rosemary for memory.
What you doing?
Unfortunately, my
Step
mom
up.
at 90 is beginning to have some memory issues.
Here you go.
I think maybe I'll try and do that.
He's a big guy. Who's that on that camera? These guys, they recognize themselves on screen. Yeah, they do. And Bravo likes to look at himself.
Thank you, Kilted Gardner. I appreciate that. I get a lot of teething from my Santa cap today, but I just really felt in the mood.
Kisses. Give me a kiss.
And Dave is doing better. He really is.
There you go. Big boy. Yeah. Kind of hard to take your eyes off these birds sometimes whenever they're just hanging out.
Duncan
They
says-
draw the eyes.
Brenda at Duncan 1900 Homestead says he's beautiful.
Yes, he is. He is. He's the only one we have now that is really fully feathered and not plucked at all. He's, like I said, he's just real laid back and very gentle.
Big boy.
And he's also big. He's the largest of our three birds, the heaviest.
Look at you.
And, gonna put those wings up.
Big wings.
Yeah, big
Look
wings.
Can you big wings? Oh, look at those wings. Good boy.
Look at those wings. So many big wings.
Boy, can you do it again?
Yeah. So like I said, he likes to show off.
Good boy.
The big wings.
Look at you. Oh, you're so beautiful.
Oh, look at those big wings. Yeah. So he's our really, he's just gorgeous. That's all there is to it.
It's a beautiful bird.
Oh yeah.
Christy, I wear this Santa hat all during the year. It's the warmest hat I have. And if I get cold, especially in the evenings, I put this thing on. It keeps me warm.
First doctor, Food Forest Permaculture says the first doctor that her dad went to was a guy with a bone in his nose and ears and had bags of herbs and tinctures. Well, don't they call those witch doctors?
Having been a witch, I'm not sure.
Celtic Gardeners is looking forward to using the meat grinder. Don't you have that already on yours? The meat
I'm
grinder?
sorry, looking forward to what?
The meat grinder
Yes,
on
I
the
do
KitchenAid.
I just got the meat grinder attachment. As a matter of fact, that's the one. The man that I inherited this thing from was very good about keeping the original boxes and everything in them and all of that. But somehow one little part got lost on the meat grinder, and I haven't found a layout so that I know what to call it so I can order one. Food Forest, you said that guy healed everyone? I wonder how he did that.
Folk medicine.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on doctors, because I'll tell you what, I have some very firm opinions about doctors too. I mean, first of all, they invented their own profession. Number two, they took it away from women who did it up until that point. And then once they got it firmly in their hands, then they relegated women to the helping roles as nurses, whom they could then insult and run down and send off on useless tasks. Women were the original healers way back when, and I think did a far better job than most doctors do nowadays. And the AMA is a joke. I mean, that's just nothing more than a boys' club that they said bends with the breeze. No, they just it's nothing more than a political organization. It's all it is. I don't like a lot of doctors. I really don't.
Kildare Gardner, you bought the metal one. Do you mean you bought the metal meat grinder? The one that attaches to your KitchenAid?
Or a regular just meat grinder. That's what my mom and dad used. The one you
I
just
had one of those too.
attach to your counter and you wind it, and it worked just fine.
Howie's dad lived to 89 years old. His grandma will be with 109. Oh, that's wonderful.
Wow.
My mom is 90 and still going strong. She'll be 91 in April.
Well, going strong is a relative term. She's
still
What can
alive.
you
She's
say?
above
Yes.
ground and taking nourishment.
there you go.
I don't know. She may not be what she was when she was 20, but she's a whole lot better than a lot of the 70-year-olds out there. So
When we got together on Thanksgiving, I'd not seen her for quite a long time because Kate goes over to see her almost every week, and I don't generally go along. But I tell you, I love that woman to death. She is just the sweetest woman you'll ever meet in your life. I know Kate seems to just always anticipate what I need before I need it. Like last night, we were sitting there watching television, and Kate was doing something, and she went into the kitchen, and she came back, and I had a soft drink by my table, and she went off and put more ice in it, which it needed, but I hadn't even thought about it yet. The drink was still cold. But here, before I even needed it, she came in and grabbed my glass and filled it with ice. I mean, that's just a teeny tiny example of how she reads my mind. She often brings me stuff before I even think of asking for it. So, yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, Lisa, if your aunt is going to be 91 this month,
go visit her while you can.
my mother lived to be 2 weeks shy of 90. So she had a good life. My dad passed at 76. But I was in Nebraska and she was in Arizona. So I only got out there a couple of times a year to see her, unfortunately. And I greatly regret that she didn't live just down the road from me because I missed a lot as she got older. Number one, she was totally deaf in one ear from the age of 17, and then
Hi, Hatter Garden.
gradually lost her hearing in the other ear, so she ended up being virtually deaf. And then over the years, they screwed up both of her cataract surgeries on both eyes, so she ended up being all but blind. So you can imagine being blind and deaf. She could see light and dark, and somehow or other, when I would walk into her room there at the center where she lived, she always knew it was me. I don't know how, but she did.
And she could talk to him when he called her every week on the phone.
Yeah, and
She was almost deaf, but she could still hear him and talk to
I
him.
could talk really loud and she could hear me. And they had an amplified phone for her there at the nursing center too. Are you cleaning my ear? What are you doing? He's cleaning my ear for me. It tickles.
Yes, I
Oh,
remember Mac well, Brandy. He was 94 when he passed
Yeah.
away. I knew he was over 90, but I couldn't remember how far over 90.
What you doing?
Matter of fact, we think about
What are you
him
doing?
very often, Brandy.
Yeah, we do.
We see the tools that he gave us and several other things. And yes, we think about him a lot.
He's a big guy. Yes, you are.